make things a little more random, at least a story, that is. So a 20 is really good weather, and a 1 is really horrible weather. So let's see what we get. A 2. Hello everybody, this is Moses with Wilona's Cave, solo tabletop RPG channel. Started this channel because my son pushed me to, so I'm gonna do it. If you wanna watch the intro to this channel with all the books I use, and I'm gonna use even more, and my setup and everything, I'll link up the video right now on the channel so you can see that. So I like to be quick, fun, funny, and you know, fair warning, I'm not gonna be cussing a lot, but there's gonna be some, I guess, PG-13 kind of scenes or speaking, let's say. So I use Mythic Game Emulator, Game Master Emulator, but right now I'm just gonna introduce the, and this is all gonna be done with the Dungeon World book, RPG book, tabletop RPG. So I'm gonna introduce the characters. The first character right here is Sinethel. She is a druid, elf. The barbarian, his name is Gorm the Hungry, human male. The wizard right over here, his name is Avon, human male. And right over here we have our bard. Her name is Damara, elf, female. We'll get to more of the stats and everything later on and what I chose of their bonds and such, if they're chaotic, neutral, or good. That'll be later on. Okay, I always like to start with finding out how the weather is. It really helps build the scene and make things a little more random, at least a story, that is. So a 20 is really good weather, and a 1 is really horrible weather. So let's see what we get. A 2. So these group of adventurers are not having a great time right now at all. So the scene setup for this is that these 4 adventurers finally arrive to a city that they have not been to before after a long and unrewarding journey. Like, they went through hell. You know, even right now the weather is horrible. They're tired, they're hungry. They went through an adventure and they didn't really get any rewards for it, or they lost the rewards. I don't know. Maybe the dice will tell me later on. They arrive at the city's entrance, hopefully to enter and get some food and rest. So they're right at the entrance, as you can see, and hopefully there won't be an altered scene, and that's where Mythic Game Master Emulator comes in. So we're gonna find out right now. If we roll, which our chaos factor is 5, if we roll less than 5, then our scene is modified or altered. So hopefully on a D110, so hopefully it goes just as expected. A 4. So something is interrupting our scene. Just great. Great first roll, Moses. So since our scene was modified as an interruption, we're gonna go to the event focus table. So we're gonna roll a D100 and we're gonna see what happens. If I can, I'll put some of these tables onto the screen right now so you can see what I'm doing. One moment, let's see. Please be something good, please. I just started. A 29. 29, introduce a new NPC. Okay, that's not that bad. Okay, so the NPC, okay. So I'm at the gate. This makes a lot of sense, everyone. Or at least it does to me. I'm at the gate. Who's the new NPC? A guard. So a guard shows up behind the gate. It's a dwarf. By the way, all these red minis are from HeroQuest. Now remember, it's raining, it's pouring, they're soaked, they're tired, they just want somewhere to sleep or eat, just anything to get out of this place that they're in right now. But as they're walking towards the gate, they hear, "Halt! Who goes there?" And as they look towards the gate, they see a dwarf with a battle axe just standing right behind the gate. Now Gorm the barbarian goes up to the gate and says, "Listen, we just want to get in. Open the door. There won't be any problems." The dwarf looks up at the barbarian with fire in his eyes, grinding his teeth, about to just shout out something. Then the bard comes over to sweet talk the dwarf before the dwarf does something crazy, or more likely our fellow barbarian Gorm. Right now we're going to do our first roll with the Dungeon World rule set, using Parlay to calm down, hopefully calm down the dwarf, because if we fail here, I don't think we're going to get into this gate. Here we go. So right now, so hopefully we at least get a 7 or more. I hope. Here we go. A 10. Oh, that's a complete success. That's a nat 10 plus 2 on the modifier. That's a 12. So there's no critical success or critical failure in Dungeon World, but I'm going to do that. So double 6, critical success. Snake Eyes, critical failure. So the bard gently pushes the barbarian back, steps forward, and tells the dwarf that I'm sorry for our rude companion here. He's just full of muscle, not much brain, really. And he doesn't really know how to talk to anyone. He doesn't even know how to talk to himself correctly at times. The dwarf laughs. So I just wanted to know if there was anything that we can do to get into your city. We're really tired. We've been on a very long journey. We're all 4 adventurers, and we're very tired, and we just like to just really get out of the rain. Is there anything that we can do to get through your city gates? The dwarf looks around and says, well, I suppose I could let you all in, but you have to promise me something. And the bard asks, well, what is that? Anything you want. Anything that you need from us as a promise, and I will surely and honorably fulfill that promise. What is that? And the dwarf continues, you all say you're adventurers. We're having a big problem in our city, and we need someone to talk to our local sheriff. And the bard says, is there more information that we can have? What specifically do you need from us? Well, I can't really speak about it much. You'll have to talk to the sheriff when you get in. The bard tells the rest of the group of the promise that we need to keep in order not to be jailed or thrown out, or could be worse for us if we don't keep this promise from the dwarf with the battle axe. The rest of the group looks around and sees how horrible this weather is and how tired they are. They're willing just to agree to anything at this point, so they all just say yes, and they all walk into the gate. Because it's raining so bad and the weather is so horrible right now, they didn't mind or care about getting the name of the Dwarven Guard or what the Dwarven Guard looked like exactly. All they knew, it had a bunch of armor and a battle axe, and they were just happy they were allowed into the city. But who knows, maybe later on a certain roll, the Dwarf Guard may show up, may help us, may not, who knows. That's what I love about solo RPGing. So we do have a new thread, keep promise with the guard and speak with the sheriff. So that is our new thread. It is written down. And our chaos factor, I'm going to keep at 5. Typically it goes up or down, but I think they were semi-control of the situation except for the barbarian outburst. But I think they were in control of the situation, so it's going to stay at 5. And now the group has entered the city limits, but what are they going to find out? Who are they going to meet? Who knows? We'll find out next time on episode 2 of Wilona's Cave. And if you'd like to know what happens, please subscribe, like, share, comment, give me suggestions. This is the first episode after all. I like to continue this. I've been doing this a very long time, but this is the first time I'm doing it recorded, and the process is much slower, unfortunately, but it's still fun to watch it instead of just thinking of it in my head with the random tables and fate charts. So I thank you for watching Wilona's Cave. Bye.